Good day. Let me ask you a quick question. How many of you use Wi-Fi today? Almost everyone, right? That's actually an example of network. Computers and devices connected so they can share information. Now, when we connect those networks all around the world, we get the internet. The huge system that let us watch videos, chat, and search anything in just one click. But how does your message or video know where to go? And that's where IP or Internet Protocol comes in. Think of it like your device at home address. It makes sure the information reaches the right place. I give you a briefly knowledge about that topic. Now let's deep dive about the network, internet, and IP or Internet Protocol. First of all, my name is Robbie and let's now hop into the lesson. This video will help us to understand why networking is important for everyone managing a server. It's not about getting a service online and running smoothly without problems, but also gaining insights to diagnose issues related to networks. What is network actually? A network defines a set of computers of different types that are connected by the data link, which allow the network components together. In the other hand, the computer and network is a collection of computers and devices that connected via communication on the transmission devices like computer, printer, and scanners. Computers are connected by the different technologies. If the network has a two or more computers that can be interconnected in a peer-to-peer or client-server fashion, mostly over shared and virtual connections between computers' resources. There are following to the potential needs for computer network, which is information exchange and resource sharing. Information exchange was an exchanging data between individuals uses in another hand. Resource sharing refers to a ability to use shared resources such as hardware, printers, scanners, storage device, data, files and database. There are two network architectures, which are the client or the server and the peer-to-peer. Let's move on to network architecture. Client or server describes the relationship between two computers programs in which one program, the client, makes a service request, the server, which he fulfills the request of the service. For example, to check your balance account from your computer, the client program in the computer forwards your request to the server program at the bank. The example of client or server, browser or web server database, file transfer protocol or FTP, and client or email server. Peer-to-peer, in another hand, peer-to-peer composed of two or more PC or personal computers are connected and sharing resources without separating the server computer. A couple of computers connected via universal serial bus, or should we say USB, to transfer files. For example, online gaming, file transfer, and blockchain technology, and others. And now let's go to the advantages of networking. What are the advantages of networking? The advantages: facility of technical support, easy sharing of data, easy sharing of hardware resource, easy sharing software, easy decentralized data process, and easy to communicate. Also, networking have disadvantages like purchasing the network cable and file can be expensive. Managing a large network and compile and also requires training, and managing usually needs to be employed. If the server got damaged or breaks down, some file server become not inaccessible, and also it can be spread some viruses to another computer throughout computer network. There might be a risk of hacking, especially in a wide area networks.
Now let's proceed to network devices. Network devices like a hardware device that are used to connect computers, printers and fax machines, and other electronic devices that can transfer data faster, secure, and correctly. Some devices are installed on the device like NIC card or RJ45 connectors. Other parts of the connectors are like routers, switch, and more. Let's take a look for the devices. Number 1, let's have the modem. We have the modem first. Modem is a device who's able to send or receive the data over telephone or cable wires. Convert this to transmit only to analog in analog. The purpose of the modem is to convert digital data waveform to analog data waveform. And some cases are vice versa. The modem have two combinations, which is the modular and the modular. So the modular converts the digital to analog data signals, and also the modular converts an analog to digital. There are types of modem. We have the types of modem. There are the simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. So what are those? Simplex can transfer data in only one direction from one device to a network. And half duplex has capability to transfer data in both directions but only in one time. And lastly, full duplex can transmit the data in both directions simultaneously. So we have a RDJ45. RDJ45 connector stands for registered jack 45, and that has an 8-pin jack that is usually by device to physically connected to internet based on the local area network or LAN network. So we have it. So Ethernet, also known as Network Interface Card or NIC. It is a hardware component that were used by computers to connect the internet LAN and to communicate to another device on a LAN. The earliest Ethernet card was external, where it is need to be installed manually to the computer, and modern computers nowadays has the internal hardware components. Ethernet card speed may depend on the protocol it supports. Meanwhile, the modern Ethernet can reach up to 100 megabytes per second, and some Ethernet have a 1 gigabyte per second. Router is a network layer hardware device that transmits data from LAN or to another if both networks support the same protocols. If the router typically connected to at least 2 LAN and IPS or internet service provider, it can receive the data in the form of packets, which are data frame destination address added. A routing table reads by the router and decide the best value router the packets to reach the destination quickly and accurately. In routing table may be of these two types of like static and dynamics. If you ask what is statics and dynamics, so statics are manually fed routing table is suitable for the small network and maximum of 2 or 3 routers. And also this dynamic is a router that communicates with other routers through protocols or determine which protocols is key. Switch. This is a network devices that connected other devices to internet network through twisted pairs of cables. Uses a packet switching techniques to receive, store, and forwarding the packets on the network. In network always had a gateway that also used to connect 2 or more dissimilar network. Usually a gateway has a multiple NIC connected to different network. So lastly, we have Wi-Fi card. In many years we are using Wi-Fi, so you know what this Wi-Fi means. Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity, or Wi-Fi is common, and we are already know that what it is. Wi-Fi technology used to achieve wireless connection, and in other hand, a physical area which provide internet access, or a Wi-Fi is commonly called the hotspot or Wi-Fi hotspot.
We will now go into the deeper concepts or the different terms related to the internet, or in other words, computer networking technologies. These are the terms you often hear, sometimes even use, but might not fully understand. In this part of the video, I'll try to explain these concepts, give their definition, and add some details to make it clearer. Let's begin with the internet itself. In simple words, networking means connection. And the internet is also a connection, but on a much larger scale. It connects computers and devices all around the world. Our module describes it as a computer networking system that connects the computers of the world. And it also says it is usually connected through LAN and WAN. Now, LAN stands for local area network. This type of network we commonly use in smaller spaces like homes, offices, and schools. The best example is your Wi-Fi router. LAN connects devices within the same location, often through Ethernet cables, but there are also wireless LANs such as Wi-Fi. On the other hand, WAN stands for Wide Area Network. Unlike LAN, which is small, WAN covers much bigger areas. Our module says it covers city, which is correct, but in reality, WAN can connect across countries and even worldwide. WANs are built to connect network over large distances. And the internet itself is an example of a WAN. Next, we have the www, or the World Wide Web. This is what we use to access and browse information on the internet. Personally, I like to think of it as a library where we can find text, images, audio, and videos, all interconnected and accessible through web browser. We also have the term intranet and extranet, which are about accessibility. An intranet is a private network used only within an organization, while an extranet is still private but allows selected external users like partners or customers to have access. In short, intranet is internal, while extranet extends to the external. Now let's go to some common things we use on the internet. Instant messaging, IM. Apps like Messenger, Telegram, and Discord, or older ones like Skype and Yahoo Messenger, where we can chat in real time. So we have chat rooms, dedicated online areas where group of users can communicate. VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol, making calls using the internet, often in the same apps as IM, or the instant messaging. Now we also have RSS, really simple syndication, a way to subscribe to updates, often used in news sites or blogs. Now we also have blogs, or web blogs. These are online journals or inventories where people post information, stories, or opinion, arranged in reverse chronological order. Podcasts, audio or video show that can be downloaded or streamed anytime, similar to radio but more convenient. Social media. These are websites where we create and share content like Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter/X, and LinkedIn. We also have some older technologies like USTN, or Public Switch Telephone Network. It was the traditional telephone system, but it was being replaced by digital alternatives. ISDN, or Integrated Services Digital Network. It allowed voice, video, and data to transmit together, but it is also outdated today. ADSL, or Asymmetric Digital Subscriber Line, provided faster data transmission using phone lines, but has now been replaced by fiber broadband. Dial-up was another way of connecting to the internet using phone lines, but it is rarely used anymore. Lastly, let's talk about download and upload. Downloading is saving data from the internet onto your computer, while uploading is sending data from your computer to the internet. And then there's broadband, a wide bandwidth technology that allows fast transmission of multiple signals. Unlike the older ones I mentioned, broadband is still one of the main technologies we use today.
Concepts of Internet technologies. Internet, a worldwide network that connects billions of users, allowing them to share information and resources. Internet-based services. This is a common service used by people online. These are examples of services. Email, fast and cheap communication. Telnet, plugging into your computer remotely. FTP, also known as faster transfer protocol, removing files in computer. Usenet, the online bulletin boards for news discussion. And lastly, www, a web page or hypertext link to information. www or World Wide Web is a part of internet that stores and shares information through websites. HTTP, also known as Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is the way that allows the web pages to be sent from servers to websites. URL, also known as Uniform Resources Locator. This is the exact address of the resources, like web pages, image, or video on the web. Web browser is software like Chrome, Firefox, are used to open websites and move between pages. That's what you call browsing or surfing. Website, a collection of pages, or usually written in HTML, that shared content. SMTP, or Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. This handles the sending or delivering emails between servers. ISP, or Internet Service Provider. These are the companies that gives users internet access. For example, PLDT or Globe. HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language. It is a coding language that used to create and build a website. Hyperlink, it is a clickable text button or image that connects you to another page or sources. DNS, or Domain Name System, it converts the easy to remember domain names like google.com, W3S, also known as World Wide Web. This is an organization founded by Tim Berners-Lee that provides rules and standards to keep the web open and usable for all. These are the basic components of the web. Number 1. PC or device. This is the things used to access the internet. It takes the code from the server and turns into a readable page for users. Web browser. Software like Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. Number 3. Internet connection or ISP. You link to the internet provided by the companies, and without it, you cannot access or connect to the websites. Number 4. Web servers. It is a special computers that stores website and delivers them when the users request them. For example, you visit Facebook, then the web servers send the page to your browser. And number 5. Routers and switches. It is a device that guides data across the network. So, how webs works? Number 1. Type the website name. example, google.com, youtube.com, or facebook.com. Number 2, the DNS change it into IP addresses. Number 3, your browsers request the page from the web servers. Number 4, the server sends back files to HTML, image, and style. And number 5, the browser combines these files and display the full web page. The World Wide Web. It's all resources and user on the internet using Hypertext Transfer Protocol or HTTP. Founded by Tim Berners-Lee, who also helped establish the World Wide Web Consortium. Note: the internet and web are not the same. The web uses the internet to pass information. Evolution of www. Created by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989 to CERN Geneva. It started as a proposal to help researchers work together efficiently. And here are the evolution of stages. Web 1.0. Static web pages on browser, mostly publishing and no communities. Web 2.0. Social media, keyword search, rich user experience, and tagging. And Web 3.0. Highly mobile, OpenID, semantic search, and micro-blogging. www architecture, and it is divided in several layers, identifiers, and character set. URI, or Uniform Resources Identifier. This uniquely identifies the resources. Unicode. This enables the web pages to be read or written in human language. Syntax. XML or Extensible Markup Language. It defines the common syntax in semantic web. Data Interchange. RDF or Resources Description Framework. This defines the core data of representation in a graph form. Taxonomies. RDFS or RDF Schema. This standardizes the description of taxonomies or constructs. Ontologies. OWL or Web Ontology Language. A advanced constructs over RDFS. Version includes OWL Lite, OWL DL, and OWL Full. Rules. RIF and SWRL. These define rules beyond RDF or OWL. SPA RQL, a query language for RDF and OWL data. Proof. It executes all semantic and rules. Cryptography. This ensures the digital signature and verification of source origin. User interface and application. Top layer for user interaction. www operation or client-server approach. Number 1. The user enters the URL in the web browser. Number 2. The browser requests the domain name server or DNS for the IP address. Number 3. The browser sends an HTTP request to the web server. Number 4. The web server checks and returns the requested page if available. And number 5. The browser interprets and displays the web page contents. The future of www or World Wide Web. Web growth impacts many areas such as education, research, commerce, and marketing, and more. But note that the future of this is unpredictable. And here are some of the challenges ahead. First is user's interface. It has to be higher quality 3D presentation. Global language and writing system support. Technology. This should be focused more on security, access control, and risk management. And last, architecture. Huge web growth may overload the system, so better and stronger protocols are needed.
Internet etiquette is about being respectful, clear, and professional online by keeping messages short, checking spelling and grammar, using proper capitalization, including a clear subject, sending attachments in small sizes as possible, using carbon copy and blind carbon copy correctly, avoiding spam or unwanted forwards, and always think carefully before sending. Email etiquette means writing short, clear, and professional emails with a precise subject line, proofreading before sending, checking receipt and addresses, limiting attachment sizes, using blind carbon copy for privacy, keeping tone formal, avoiding unnecessary symbols or forwards, and adding your name and contact details to ensure clarity and respect. When you're online, always be respectful, clear, and careful. Treat emails like real letters but quicker, and think before you click send. And lastly, downloading.
Downloading. Usually, downloadable files can be in a form of hyperlink. When you click the hyperlink, it will have two options: open with a program or save a file. Open with a program will open the downloaded file to your computer. Save a file will save a file on a hard drive. The download will start and you will see a progress bar. When it's done, the file will be either saved to your computer or be opened by a program you chose. Sometimes, if clicking the hyperlink won't work, you can right-click it and then choose Save a Link. Uploading. Most websites today has the same process of uploading files. Usually, these websites will have a guide on how to do it. Such sites will have a camera icon or a plus icon as a upload button. Clicking it will open a file box to choose a file to your computer. Choose a file, then the uploading will start. Some sites will also let you drag files to the browser to save time and convenience.
And that's a wrap for today's session on network, internet, and IT, plus the devices that keeps everything running, from the modems to Wi-Fi cards, and from the LANs to WANs. Now, you have a clear picture of how a digital world stays connected. Thank you guys. Bye!